Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in, Collective. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything's going to resonate here, so take what does, leave the rest. Let's get into this message for the collective. Here we go. I'm feeling good vibes today. Something that you thought was going to be distracting is actually like a nice little rhythm, providing some sort of rhythm rather than distraction. Yeah, happiness, the sun, childlike wonder and enthusiasm. Something good going down today here for you, Collective. I'm glad. Glad to see it. What else do we have here? Abundant ancestors. Knight of Cups. Okay. I'm actually getting a couple different things here, so we're going to hold off just for a few more cards. Knight of Cups. Judgment in the reverse. Remember to embrace who you are. Be exactly who you are. That's going to help you with what you truly love, what you really want to go after, that is just pure joy and love for you, okay? Yeah, 10 of Cups. Is your 10 of Cups? Is your happily ever after? Are your big wishes? These are your biggies. This is exactly how you'd like your life to go. If you could write the script, okay? So write it because you can. Sheer happiness. So you're drawing this conclusion. You're finding life to be this way. You're moving towards life being this way, figuring out the steps for you. The moon. You could be second guessing this and feeling like, when is the next shoe going to drop here? This is too good to be true type energy. This has come about because of your leadership. You are a natural leader. Regardless of if other people have been on board with that idea or you haven't done it just yet, you are aware of the fact that you have these capabilities and it's where you need to be in order to bring in your own happiness. 10 of Wands. I think you're just about done with a path that, Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns now. But I feel like you're right in between, like this massive breakthrough, going after what you want and being in charge of your script and being the leading actor or actress in your script, the leading role in your script. And having been denied that or having some setbacks in the past. Beware of illusions. Be careful with illusions. Okay. Something about turn illusions to your advantage so that it's healing. Learn about these illusions, why you've adopted them, why you've thought this way. Where does that come from? Heal from this. Go to the core. There is an opportunity with the illusions that you have put up with and been in to learn and not only move forward from them, but to heal from them. Learn why you adopted them, you believed in them in the first place. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this energy is beautiful. This energy is the sky's the limit. I am capable of anything while also being grounded. A good combination of that, of being grounded and making things happen, but then also having a lot of love for something and thinking about it in terms of the sky's the limit. Great energy. Great energy. Strength. Yeah, you found your strength. 3 of Wands, and you've realized that you've been thinking too small for a lot of your life, for enough of your life, okay? Those days are behind you. The Wheel of Fortune turns. The setbacks are no more. I feel like you're just not accepting the setbacks. You know, you're coming up with plan Bs. If your first attempt at something doesn't happen, you come up with a plan B. You never give up. Page of Swords. This is very precocious energy, knowing the field that you are interested in. You know, whether that's a person or a situation, you know your stuff here. You have your information down. You've done your homework. You've done your research. You're speaking your truth here. Yeah, very precocious. Go for it energy. Nothing stops you. Loving this energy. Wow. And again, the initial energy of what you thought was going to be a burden or what you thought was going to be a nuisance is harmonious in a good rhythm. So alchemizing energy, High Priestess, but you're staying quiet about this. And good for you. And I think for good reason. You know, either things have happened to you in the past where you've been very excited about it and then people have gotten your way, or you've seen the setbacks due to, you know, opening your mouth maybe and telling people about what you're really excited about and what you're going for and what you want to have, what you want to see in your life, that type of thing. Now you're just making it about yourself in this regard. You know, I feel like you have good relations with a core group of people. But even this, you're just keeping your energy quiet here and to yourself, and your moves quiet and to yourself. Or this is saying, keep them quiet and to yourself. Something secretive here, but secretive in a good way. Secretive in a wise way, let's say. The King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, because I think you are a very emotional person, and I think that's to your a tribute to you. I think you're very caring of others, and you care about this core group and what they think about what you're doing. But you've kind of let that go now because they've gotten in your head too much, and it's equaled boundaries, or it's equaled these setbacks. Now you're just keeping quiet, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional. I think you're getting a hold of that a little bit more, where it's a little bit more even keel. You know, strengthen your emotion rather than setting yourself up to be in a situation where your emotions actually make you feel weak. I think you're working that piece in such a way that your emotions are strength now for you. Magician in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles, because you have seen people who, once they knew what you were going for, whether they were well-intentioned for you or not, they somehow got in the way or got in your head and progress halted. You're not allowing that to be the case anymore with regards to what you really want to see happen in your life. You're calling the shots now, but you're being quiet about it. And you're not letting people in. You're deciding for yourself, and then you're running with that. Good for you. Hermit in the reverse, the World in the reverse. Yeah, and before, I think, you know, when you were taking other people's advice or taking so much of what they said to heart about what you wanted your life to be about, now I feel like you're seeing the value in this is for the long term. This is work that I have to do regularly. Believe in self-confidence work. You know, knowing that what I think of something is what's important, not what other people think. Before, maybe you were taking shortcuts there rather than being all in and being all in for the long term. And also, you weren't doing the self-help work here, the self-care work, the working on your shadow sides. You know, why did you put somebody else's opinion in front of your own? Where does that come from? Now I feel like you've asked yourself a lot of these questions, worked on self quite a bit to gain some enlightenment here. Before, you were letting people maybe think for you, decide for you. taking a shorter route here rather than really delving into self and working on yourself and what you wanted to see happen. And the enlightenment that comes with that, the transition that you're going through now, the experience that you're having now, having to do a lot with strength. And we do see the strength card out here. The strength you found in self, belief in self. Okay? That's beautiful. Oh, 2 of Cups. That's great energy too. All around great energy here. This is soulmate energy. Who's this? What's the 2 of Cups referring to? Okay, I'm hearing this is you finding you. Maybe again, maybe for the first time, this is you finding your soul, what your soul craves, what your soul loves, what your soul wants you to go after. You finding you. And that's soul connection. 4 of Swords. Rest in the knowing of this. Rest in a manner that makes you very aware of how this feels, so that you can always, if you're triggered, you can always find that feeling and get back in it. There's something about, if the past shadow triggers appear, know this feeling now, this self-confidence, this going after what you want, and being true to self. Always know how that feels so you can get yourself back to that base, your hub. What else do we have here for our collective? I'm really liking this energy. Really liking this energy. The Ace of Cups comes out in the reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Page of Pentacles is that going after energy and making things happen and making offers happen for yourself. Yeah, bringing in the offers that you want to see happen. Making sure the offers appear. Things that are close to your heart. True to yourself. Moving forward. And the Ace of Cups in the reverse here. This can talk about cutting off your emotions. But I think in your scenario, it's cutting off the emotions you feel when someone tries to get in your head. And like I said, some of this is done on purpose and some of it isn't. People are just caring about you, but they don't have the adventurous spirit that you do. So they can't understand what it is you're going after. So you can't allow their opinions to enter into your head if it's something you really want to go after. And I think this is the lesson you're learning here. 9 of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is your groove. You feel it. You feel particularly good in this mode. And that's why the reminder is remember this mode, so that if you're triggered or you're dealing with the shadows again, that you can find your way back to your hub here, this mode. Because this is where you really shine and you feel the difference. You know the difference when you're in it and when you're not. So practice getting back in it, you know. Practice certain scenarios in your mind that could come up and how you would get yourself back to the hub, back to base camp, okay? And don't worry. There's nothing to worry about here. You know, you'll get better and better at getting back to base camp. And I think that's the main message. Among other things, but the main message, getting back to base camp. You've got some great energy going on here, great things that you're doing, good energy surrounding you. 4 of Cups. Just remember, you know, you've been gifted here by the divine. Look up if you feel like for some reason this is slipping away. You know, never doubt this for one. I think really good things are surrounding you right now. Always look up because it's right there being handed to you, okay? Yeah. You could have a partner coming in or somebody who mirrors you, who's also very dynamic, feeling like your energy matches theirs. I'm also hearing very strongly, give yourself a break if you feel like you didn't move in the directions you wanted to move in fast enough. You know, everything in due time. You had to build up your confidence levels in order to move swiftly the way that you have. And it was just everything in divine timing here. So don't beat yourself up about it. For those of you interested in marriage, yeah, somebody who mirrors you here could be a good marriage opportunity. Lots of things to celebrate here because you can find that hub again. You can find that base camp. You know what to cut out, what not to let continually talk to you in your head that is not conducive to where you want to go and how you want to see your life unfolding. And you will or you have gotten very good at letting that go. You're going to get better and better at letting that go and finding the base camp. Letting that go and finding the base camp. Staying focused on what it is you want. You haven't missed out. Don't worry about the timing about this. As I mentioned, if you're beating yourself up about why didn't I come to these conclusions sooner? You haven't missed out on anything. Don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. That will become more clear as you get more into this energy and become more comfortable in it. Yeah. What held you back was some competitive energy, or what tried to stand in your way was some competitive energy. Not all, like I said, some people were meaning good here. They just couldn't fathom what it is you were finding so important that you wanted to pursue. But that isn't for them to figure out. That's for you to know what you want for yourself. But in other instances, there was competitive energy here that was contributing to slowness of energy or setbacks. Now I feel like you're very harmonious energy here. And new collaborations, new teams that you get involved with, new relations that come in, very much catapulting you out of this kind of lack. And they'll catapult you quick, right into abundance, fast. Yeah, it's because of the healing that's taken place here. And the rejections that you're comfortable with now. However you're doing that. Maybe you're flat out just cutting ties, cutting cords, or maybe you're setting boundaries, either or, depending on what suits you best. It has been because you've given it a lot of thought and figured out what works best for you. Don't look back, and don't worry about what other people are thinking. Don't look back. Yeah, big transformation here for you. Huge transformation, looking lovely. Let's grab just one oracle here. Looking good, collective, looking good. By the book. What's interesting is I think you haven't been by the book here. I think that's what's worked out for you. 11. But this card talks about what's tried and true, what's culturally been acceptable for years, or what's worked out throughout the ages, and the benefits of that. But I'm getting you're the actual reverse of that. I think what's worked out for you has been outside the box. Let's see. What's by the book here, Spirit? Yeah. Buy the book and time to go. I think that was your realization. Buy the book is fine for other people. Buy the book does not work for me, okay? Or in parts, it doesn't work for me. I get much more of a outside the box type of energy from you. And with this time to go, I think, you realized it too. Happy on the bottom of the deck. And that's exactly what I feel. This energy as a whole, happy, and yen energy that's coming towards you. Yeah. Beautiful. That you don't have to keep chasing. It comes towards you because you're very clear on what you want to be bringing in. Yes, beautiful. And you've done a lot of work on self. This is your read. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. I love reading the comments. That gives me a sense of what I'm doing here and the energy I'm expending, and the time that I'm spending here is time that's both productive for you and me. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. And if you want to be included in the segment that we're doing where we're talking to you, the viewer, and the issues that you're going through, advice you may need, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.